One day, a girl posted something. Someone commented, "You think you're all that." It wasn't just a comment, it was a hit to her charisma. And maybe from that day on, she started shrinking herself, spoke less, shined less. The fear of being seen, the fear of being judged, the fear of being too much is quiet. Not in your voice, but in your silence. It doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just makes you delete a post, hold back an idea, say half of what you meant. And the worst part? That fear dims your charisma before it ever gets the chance to shine. But the answer isn't hiding. It's realizing that being seen doesn't have to mean being approved. You can be visible without being liked by everyone. And that's freedom. Sometimes the people we don't like have more to teach us than the ones we admire. Not because they're better, but because there's something in their presence we can't ignore. Sydney Sweeney is loved by many, and disliked by many too. Some say she's too visible, too self-assured, too flawless. But maybe those too muchs are exactly what people fear most. Because when a woman believes in herself, the world still doesn't know how to handle her. Sydney didn't fight back. No interviews, no defensive posts. She stayed. She trained. She sweat. And she let her presence speak for itself. Not because she's perfect, but because she's learned that charisma means being alive, not being flawless. Charisma is when everyone expects you to defend yourself, and you just look back. Not out of weakness, but from a strength that doesn't need proving. According to Robert Greene's Law 46, if you appear too perfect, you stir envy. Show a flaw, and you reveal your humanity. But this law isn't just about being seen. It's about surviving the spotlight when others want to dim you. Sydney has flaws, just like all of us. But the difference is, she's not afraid of them. She's not afraid of being seen. She's not afraid of being herself. And maybe that's exactly what many people haven't learned yet. Maybe the night before filming, she sat in her car, turned off her phone, and just breathed. Not because she was strong, but because she was tired of having to be. Charisma doesn't always start with light. Sometimes it starts in the dark, with doubt, with silence, with that moment when you don't know if you should keep going. And maybe you're there too. Not weak, not broken, just tired. Maybe the moment you wanted to step forward, everything was ready, except your trust in yourself. Maybe one look, one sentence, one memory was enough to make you pull back. Sydney pulled back once. Not because others told her to, but because she believed she was too much. And in that moment, she chose to stay. They didn't want to see her charisma, because the charisma of a woman reminds people of something they're still running from. Charisma is sometimes just a gaze that doesn't flinch, even when everyone's waiting for it to break. And the haters? They'll always be there. But charisma means letting them exist while you keep walking. Maybe the answer isn't trying to please everyone. Maybe it's learning how to please yourself, even when no one else understands. If there's a moment in your life when you wanted to shine but got scared, write it down. Not for me. For you. For the girl who's reading a hateful comment right now and thinking she needs to shrink. Send her this video. Not because Sydney is flawless, but because she reminds us that even when we're not perfect, we can still be alive. And that's what charisma really is. And if you've ever hidden your own charisma, leave a comment. Let us know how many of us are ready to reignite the flame.